What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about the crypto news. Seeing some interesting stories regarding discussions about adoption and the former SEC chairman talking about um, crypto and how it should be regulated. And he stepped on Gary Gensler's toes. I like it. Um, I'll get into that in a second. As always, I update the spreadsheet. These are the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. I thought would smash it in this cycle. If you invested $100 into each one when I release the videos, and you're still holding those bags, you'll be in profit for 69k. This is no longer my portfolio. If you want to see what I'm in, you can check out Copy My Crypto. In the last couple of months, we have seen some major wins from an airdrop that was several $100s per person, an airdrop that was several $1,000s for everyone. We've seen an investment that in the course of the last 5 weeks has already 8x'd, and it's still got stupid room to run as it's adopted more and more and more. There's also an upcoming airdrop that I think is going to be very profitable that I'm making sure the subscribers get in on. So if you want to be a part of that and match those gains, then you will want to check it out. The link is in the description, guys. All right, so firstly, we'll start off with Pakistan. Pakistan citizens now own $20 billion in cryptocurrencies, which is actually more than the current reserves. The current Federal Reserves. Staggering amount. They're actually third in terms of global crypto adoption index after India and Vietnam. They have seen a 711% increase in investment around cryptocurrencies across 2020 to 2021. Obviously, this bodes very well in terms of just hearing that the adoption of crypto and the investment of crypto is spreading. Currently, the biggest exchange that they use is Binance. After that, there's a couple other platforms like Local Bitcoins and .com and Binomo. About 67% of Pakistan citizens use centralized services. Only about 33% use decentralized finance platforms. It's probably true. That rough percentage is probably true across the board, really, because most people still wait for certain cryptos to hit certain exchanges. We're definitely seeing an uptick in decentralized finance compared to what we saw a year ago. Things are really moving along very nicely within crypto, is particularly with DeFi. We should see that continuing over the course of time, and that percentage difference should start dwindling over time. But it's good to see. In other news for Binance as well, they've gained Bahrain approval, so they're going to become a crypto asset provider. They've registered in Canada. In principle, approval still requires the crypto exchange to complete the application process for a license from the central bank, but it's a very strong step. Again, Binance has had massive problems with a number of countries across the last year or so, particularly the UK. So them starting to get acceptance from central banks from other countries bodes well. Sooner or later, when they've got approval from central banks from multiple countries, there's more pressure on the countries that have been a bit iffy about it to stop messing about and start approving. They've registered with FinTrack in Canada, which is their anti-money laundering and anti-terrorism finance regulator. They're planning to become a fully regulated, centralized cryptocurrency exchange. Again, this just bodes well in terms of seeing the Binance start getting back to where they should be with a lot of the countries. Binance are one of the few, because they've been around so long, because they are effectively the daddy of the exchanges. We're not necessarily seeing huge advertising campaigns for Binance. What we're seeing is moves being made within multiple countries, and we'll continue to see that. The more that they are approved, the more that they are accepted as a fully regulated cryptocurrency exchange, the better, because it pushes adoption further. The former SEC chairman, Clayton, has also stepped on Gary Gensler's toes here. I liked it. So firstly, he tweeted out, I'm a huge believer in the tech. The efficiency benefits in the financial system and otherwise from tokenization are immense. Then when he was quizzed about effectively, is Gary Gensler pushing too many limitations on the crypto industry? This was his statement. Crypto is a wide variety of products with a wide variety of functions, and the rules of the financial system are clear and long-standing. If you're raising capital for a project, you have to register your capital raising with the SEC. If you're trading securities, it has to be on a registered venue. But there are many crypto sectors, like stablecoins, that are not securities and are outside of the SEC purview. Thank you, Clayton. Because fundamentally what we've seen from Gensler is him talking about bloody stablecoins a lot lately as well. Talking about the Wild West of crypto. But you can't talk about stablecoins and go, well, they're backed by nothing. Neither is your dollar, mate. Neither is your dollar. And at least with the stablecoins, there's an opportunity that you can't start stating that stablecoins are securities. Because there was a point where he stated that stablecoins could be securities. How? How are stablecoins securities? They can't be. They cannot be. You're not going to gain money if you buy 100 USDT. They're not going to be worth more than 100 USDT at any point. They're not going to be worth more than $100 because it's a dollar-backed stablecoin. So well done, Jay Clayton. During Clayton's tenure, we didn't see any Bitcoin ETF approved. We have, however, seen Gary Gensler approve, or the SEC approve, futures ETFs, which makes no bloody sense because they've not approved a spot ETF at any point. So you're allowing people to bet on the future and invest on the future of an asset, but you're not allowing people to invest in the asset itself. It makes zero sense. So a Bitcoin spot ETF will have to occur sooner or later, but yeah, that whole thing is surreal. Even the Grayscale said that exactly what I just said to the SEC Secretary Vanessa Countryman in a letter, because they were accused of treating the SEC was accused of treating the two Bitcoin ETF proposals unequally, which they did. They simply did. Madness. The last bit was this, which I quite like as a story, is mainstream adoption here, and 12 experts were asked. Some saying yes, some saying no. Generally, the sentiment was, we're getting there. Alex Shipp, it most certainly has not. The fact that we're seeing financial institutions exploring cryptos as hedges against inflation is exciting for the space, but it doesn't constitute adoption. Andre Neves of Zebedee has said that mass adoption is picking up as we see Bitcoin reaching new levels of legitimacy for investors, banks, corporations. So over time, we're going to see that continue. Chris Kalani of Phantom Wallet said we're seeing more and more people entering the space. This may not necessarily mean mass adoption, but we're seeing faster growth than ever. Philip Gonsalves of Anchor said with nation states like El Salvador adopting Bitcoin and more countries considering central bank digital currencies, they'll soon realize that cryptos are not just a means of payment, but the native currency of a broader blockchain. But generally, like I said, the sentiment is pretty much we're seeing more mass adoption. We're getting there. Michael Kong of Phantom said that it's been going on for several years. I think that's a bit hyperbolic, but we're certainly seeing the steps. I've talked about some of these in the past with big pension and retirement funds in Australia and the US making investments in the crypto space is something we've never seen before. And as that continues, we will see more mainstream companies and governments participating in it. And that's generally sentiment. This is worthwhile reading just to see what the experts consider for crypto adoption. For me personally, what I think is that when we see more central banks and more countries start purchasing as some level of reserve for within the country's financial system, that is the sign for mass adoption for me. But to be honest, there's arguments that it's here to some degree when you've got people like PayPal Visa introducing crypto custody services or crypto services within their network. These are things that everyone uses every day. And the fact that they're being utilized and explored with crypto is a really positive sign. You know, we're even seeing the biggest companies in the world that most of us use every day to some degree, exploring crypto, you know, hiring people in crypto positions, or hiring people for crypto-based positions. We've seen Amazon do it. We know Facebook have them. Apple have been looking for a crypto expert as well. All these massive companies that are basically the leaders of the world are doing that. So there's an argument to be made that it's here. Maybe it's low level adoption, but it's here. Either way, it's good to see. Over the course of the next year, we'll see how regulation starts coming in, because there does need to be some level of regulation, because then it provides clarity. Doesn't mean we want to deal with the governments more, but it means that we've got clarity, and that's what's missing in the market. So over time, we're going to see that. Yeah, that's it for me anyway. If you're new to crypto, guys, come check out Copy My Crypto. Even if you've been in crypto a while, come check out Copy My Crypto. Like I said, we've had the subscribers on airdrops that have been hundreds of dollars, airdrops that have been thousands of dollars. Recent investments that have done 8x's. An upcoming airdrop, where the snapshot's going to be taken fairly soon, that's going to end up being thousands of dollars. There's opportunities left, right, and center, and I present them to everyone on Copy My Crypto. And if you want to be a part of that and you want to see the opportunities, then come check it out, guys. Anyway, take it easy. Bye-bye.